Or is this an excuse to try to prank us Americans when we come over here?
Hey, y'all, welcome back. Today, we're going to take a little jaunt over to TikTok. We're going to pull out of YouTube and we're going to insert into TikTok. I just typed in Americans don't understand Britain. Let's see what we get. Who's this?
Okay, I've been living in England for a few months now. And
okay.
Obviously, things are different than in the U.S. But mainly it's like words and whatnot that have surprised me most. Obviously, like driving on the left side of the road versus the right. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. Using Celsius instead of Fahrenheit.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
I can get used to that a little bit. And then using metric over whatever hours is called, feet and inches. Although I don't understand why there's not something between a meter and a centimeter. Nonetheless, I'm fine with all that. Makes sense. It's in tens. Sure, got it. But why is it when I walk into a building, I enter on the ground floor? Very understandable. I get it. I walk on the ground floor. But why is the floor above it the first floor?
That is weird.
That is not acceptable. It should be the second floor. Because there's two floors, and in order for there to be two, the second floor should be referenced in a term as in second.
I agree.
Not ground and then first. That doesn't make any sense. But if there's some specific reason, I need to know. Because right now, it is the first floor above the ground floor. That's the only thought process I have. But that just is silly and goofy. So, I don't know. That is the only gripe. The only gripe I have so far is that it is not correct. It's just...
That is weird. Why is that? I know some people in the comments are going to say, the floor you enter in is called the ground floor, and the floor above that is called the first floor. Yeah, we know. That's what we're saying. We know. But why? Why is the question? 5 British things Americans find confusing. How could so much value be available at every major supermarket? Southern fried chicken wrap. Oh, meal deals. Fully carpeted homes, even on the stairs of doom. Carpeting. If you're really lucky, carpeting in the toilet, too. Yeah, I don't know about carpeting in the bathroom, that's kind of like a biscuit obsession. This one is legit. There are precisely 142 different biscuits. Come try them all, although you can skip Jaffa cakes. Oh, I love Jaffa cakes. I ate a whole sleeve of Jaffa cakes in a video. They're good. Double taps. Every Airbnb I've stayed in has had double taps in the bathroom. Sometimes you'll get whatever this is. I think it's used to phone the home office. Yeah, I don't understand the double tap. Apologizing constantly. Oh, I've heard this before. Forget excuse me and practice sorry before you come. Run into a wall repeatedly and say sorry every time and you'll be all set. Okay. These are things I've heard before. What's this guy got to say?
In America, who's been in the UK for a while, back and forth. I have 3 questions that have been keeping me up at night, so listen up.
Okay.
The first one is fish and chips on Fridays. What's the significance behind this? Is this like
religious,
a typical British tradition? Like, where does it come from? Why is it so important to you guys to eat that on Fridays? Is it just an excuse to not have to cook?
No meat on Fridays.
What's the deal? The second thing, and I really need y'all to help me out, is mushy peas and curry sauce. Is this something you guys actually really love? Or is this an excuse to try to prank us Americans when we come over here? Because I've tried them, and I don't love them, but I don't hate them.
Okay.
What's the big deal behind that, man? Do y'all really love these? All right, this last one might be a little touchy for some of y'all. What's one British food that an American should never try to change or try to improve? Because if they do, they'll most likely get kicked out of this country and never let back in. I know it sounds intense, but let me know what y'all think. Which one would it be?
That's an exaggeration. But, yeah, which one would it be? How about HP sauce on a handgun? That would get you kicked out of the country, right? Okay, what's this guy?
What is it when some people have like a personality trait that's deemed kind of negative? It's a...
flaw.
Oh, okay. And...
Okay.
What's that?
That's a flaw.
Hey, yeah. Y'all say flaw funny.
Wait, hold on. So tell me again, what's that?
That's a flaw.
And then it's a personality defect?
Flaw.
I heard nothing different.
I didn't either. I heard nothing different either. That's funny.
So it turns out there's a very common British phrase that Americans don't know, because
There's a
I
lot of
posted
them.
a reel yesterday about using this phrase, and none of the Americans got it. And they were like, what does that mean? It was the phrase can't be asked. And they were like, what's can't be asked? They were like, oh, it sounds rude. Is it something to do with your bottom? Is it something to do with things like that? And I was like, what? And then there was other Americans trying to define it for other Americans in the comments, saying, I think it means that they're unhappy. Oh, I think it means that they're angry. Like, no, it means can't be bothered. I can't be asked. Can't be bothered.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was not global. I thought it was global. Although,
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard that. He's very upset about it, y'all. Some people are so sensitive about this stuff. Like, I find it interesting. Why are we getting angry at each other, y'all? Why are we getting angry? Ranking British slang by how little Americans would understand because they are thick. Y'all, come on. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Okay? Arse about face. Look at this photo. I don't know what arse about face means, but I love this photo. Cheers, mate. Oh, that's like hello. Hello, friend, right? I guess. Can I have a fag? That they're asking for a cigarette. YouTube. Off your trolley. That means crazy, right? You're off your trolley. A bum bag. A bum bag. I don't know what a bum bag is. A bum bag. Oh, is it like oh, we call it a fanny pack. Okay, cool. I knew that. Actually, that sounds familiar. What a wanker. That's like saying, hey, you masturbate. Shag that bird. That means to have sexual relations with a woman. Wouldn't say boo to a goose. I don't know. I've never heard that. Does that mean they're really nice? Like they wouldn't scare a goose? Wouldn't say boo to a goose. Someone who is extremely shy, timid, nervous, or gentle. I like that. Foos your dues. I feel like I have heard that, but I don't know what it means. Foos your dues. A friendly traditional greeting from the Doric dialect of northeast Scotland literally means, how are your pigeons? I guess they're all right. What's this? Okay. British phrases that our American friends won't understand. Part 3. You utter wank stain. No, I get that. You foolish person is a nice way to say it. Okay. Things Americans don't realize about the UK.
Don't realise about the UK. London isn't actually the capital. I can see why you think that, but it's obviously not. It's Luton. What? Maybe that's just something that us Brits know rather than the rest of the world. I mean,
I know he's joking, y'all. I know it's not.
I can see why they get confused, is, like a TD, but yeah, it's Luton. Buckingham Palace is just for show. I mean, the Queen doesn't actually live there. I mean, it's way too big for her. She does live nearby, though. I think it's like down the road. She lives in like a one-bed bungalow owned by the council or something like that. She's also on benefits. She's quite old, so she's well into her pension, so I reckon she's quite rich. Next
I mean, in a way she is, though, right?
Then you Americans all take the piss. Oh, British people eat crumpets and drink tea. Yeah, well, we do, but it's not our first option. We tend to go for a more British meal. For example, a Chinese. Or a Friday night, a dirty doner kebab. Proper British, that. This is...
Y'all, that's actually very true, I think, right? I recently watched GOBTU, or GOBTU, I don't know how to say it, a video about the British takeout experience. It was very funny, but... yeah, y'all are going to the pub and then going out for Chinese afterwards, or to a kebab place.
Usually after a good shift in the local prison or pop world. Sometimes Liz herself actually makes an appearance in the club. Usually it's like a paid guest though. Other weeks it's Cal the Dragon. Last thing, our teeth aren't all bad. Although admittedly, people do seem to be rushing off to Turkey to get some £2.50 veneers. They don't end up falling out. They don't. They stay in for many years.
Okay, that guy's funny. Trying to explain to Americans that England is not just London. What do you
When I
mean?
say I'm from England, they go, oh, whereabouts in London are you? what I have to then say is there's another place in England and it's called the North. Imagine English people have a telly and we get shown America. That every time we get shown America, we get shown New York City. Imagine we only think that America is New York and New York is America. And then one day you get a little snippet of something going on in South Dakota and you go, what the fuck is this? In Europe and the UK, we get access to loads of different types of Americans on telly. Whereas Americans only get told that we have to be from London or somewhere down there.
It's so true.
And that's all just the posh
not
end.
true.
And there's other people up north in a whole different country which we believe is called the real England. You never get any exposure to it. Americans, what I'm trying to say to you, like, before all 8 comments come in like they usually do, fucking go back there and to your little peasant land, or like 1776, bro. Like, before any of that shit comes out, it is not your fault that your country only allows you to see a little snippet of what's going on in the rest of the world. We get to see a bit more of you than you do of us.
I think that's true. So many overgeneralizations, y'all. We're all the same, though. We're all the same. What's this guy like?
I just thought I'd make this video about misconceptions about when I was in the States, what Americans have about Great Britain.
Okay.
First one was, it's all bad food over here. It's not, far from it. We have some delicious food over here. One thing I did notice when I was in the States, that they use a lot more preservatives and additives over there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Don't know, maybe. Secondly was that we know the royal family. No, we don't. And
what?
No wish to
Don't you
either.
what?
You know, maybe that's why. Don't know, maybe. Secondly was that we know the royal family.
Oh, know the
we
royal
don't.
family.
And no wish to either, you know.
Hey, I'm sure he gets asked, oh, do you know the king? Like, most people probably expect him to say no, but it's worth asking, right? It's worth asking.
Other one was that basically Great Britain is London. No, it's not. Yeah, London's a big place, but...
Well, that's just ignorant.
I don't
That's
like
just
it.
ignorant.
Don't like it, you know. Any tourists come over here, I'd avoid it if I were you. What else was there? I got asked, does it rain all the time? Yeah, it does rain quite a lot, you know. But, you know, we do get nice days, few and far between. But we do get them. What else was there? What else did I get asked? Oh, yeah, we only have 2 accents, posh and cockney.
Oh, I know, that's not true.
No, we don't. Literally, you can go into one town, travel 20 minutes up the road, completely different accent.
Yeah.
There's so many accents here. Low. Oh, yeah, we all drink tea. No, we don't. That is bullshit. We drink just as much coffee as we do tea.
Okay.
No.
I'll take your word for it.
I prefer coffee.
Coffee.
What else was that? Oh, yeah, there must be castles and old buildings everywhere. Yeah, we do.
There are.
There's a lot of castles and old buildings. But
more than we got.
You've really got to go out sort of into the countryside to see a castle, or purposely go there to see one. You know,
No, you don't.
They're not everywhere.
No, they're everywhere.
What else was that? Oh, I got asked, the wildlife here is boring. Yeah, I'll agree on that one. The wildlife is a hell of a lot better in the States.
I don't know about better. I would say less boring, as in you might die from it, right? Y'all, we got bears and mountain lions, panthers, venomous snakes, wolves, coyotes, chupacabra, Bigfoot.
You know, the biggest thing we have, like predator-wise, is probably a badger or a fox. So,
adorable.
Yeah, if you want to know anything, just ask away.
This was good. I like this one because he was fair and balanced. Not like Fox News.
Do you know what I've realised? Americans don't see British people as human.
Truly, let's have a proper chat about it, and thank you for bringing it out, because they think you're just... There was an American woman who walked up to me off the tube, yeah? And she's like, can you say what they just said on the train? Like, you think we're just going to walk around like a barking dog on command, on cue, to just say, see it, say it, salty?
People just whining on the TikTok, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's turn the tables. Brits don't understand America. Things my British mind can't understand in the USA. What is it? What is it, sir? I'll help you understand. How is this a college game? Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're like.
Americans, you're going to absolutely love this. I just got off FaceTime to one of my boys back home in the UK. And he said to me about halfway through the FaceTime, he goes, "So have you seen all of America yet?" Are you joking? You must be joking, right? I don't think he understands. I don't think he gets it. I don't think British people in general get it. I honestly laughed at him. I said, "Mate, are you joking? Been here for 5 weeks. No chance. I've only seen 3 states since we've been here. To see the whole of America," I just Googled it, and it says it would take several weeks. And that's not even including stopping and seeing all the good stuff. I honestly don't think British people will ever truly understand the scale of this country unless they come here for themselves and they start driving. They start driving around.
Drive through Texas.
And start realizing that America is almost endless. There's just endless space over here. Yeah, I really gave my mate an insight. I told him, "Don't be ridiculous, mate. There's no chance I've seen all of it yet." We're going to get round to it though, aren't we, Shani? All 50 states eventually.
Wow.
It's going to take years. Laughable. Have I seen it all? Come on. American.
Yeah, I've lived here all my life and I haven't seen it all. I don't know. Things about American movie theaters, cinemas that confuse British people. Liquid butter. Don't knock it till you try it. Our butter does come out in yellow liquid form like this. It's made out of hydrogenated soybean oil, flavicol, beta-carotene, and tertiary butylhydroquinone. Yeah, y'all, that stuff is delicious. I don't ever let myself have it because of this, what it's made out of. Like, it's the worst thing for your heart. You should not eat it, but it tastes really good. I'm surprised y'all don't have it. Oh, you probably don't have it because it's poison. No salty or sweet choice. In the UK, you can also for salty or sweet popcorn or a mix of both, but that doesn't exist. Yeah, I do that at home. I get the kettle corn and the salty butter popcorn and I mix them together, but not at the movie theater. They don't do that. And I wish they did. All the popcorn is just this yellowy kind and it's more salty than sweet. Yep. Which is weird because I think we would love the sweet stuff. You know, America. The size of our popcorn. When I went to the UK theater and got a small popcorn, it was like, this is for a child. I was alternatively, when I went to the USA and got a small, I was like, this is for sharing between 3 people, huh? Y'all, I just went to the movies on Sunday because a friend of mine is in that new Michael Jackson movie. It was great. And I got a small popcorn and it was this size and I ate the whole thing. No pick and mix. I had never heard of pick and mix until I moved to the UK, I guess. But trust me, we have way more fun treats on the USA with lots of yummy snacks and candy. Okay. Terminology is very different. USA movie theater, not even theater, instead of cinema. Oh yeah, we do call it a movie theater. USA says movie instead of film. Sometimes we say film. When I hear someone say film, it makes me think of like an independent thing or like a lower budget movie. When I hear the word movie, I think of like a blockbuster, like Marvel superhero thing. USA says season instead of series, not technically movie related, but TV related. Oh, yes, I knew that. I've heard that. Blockbusters. In the USA, we love our blockbusters over the indie film scene, whereas in the UK, there's a lot of more independent movies. I don't think we all love the blockbusters more. I like my indie films more. I've been more moved by lower budget films, I think, than big budget films. Except for something like E.T. British versus American audiences. It's true, I think Americans do clap in the theater if it's a really good movie. Yes. I just clapped at the end of the Michael Jackson film. British people wouldn't be called dead showing that kind of emotion. I think Americans sing too if it's a musical, but that would annoy me. Oh, we absolutely do. Yo, at the Michael Jackson movie, people were dancing in the aisles. People came dressed up like Michael Jackson. It was wild. It was a good time. It's a great movie. It's more than a music biopic. I don't like music biopics, but this Michael film was more about a father-son thing. There's also a cultural thing within America. Like if you go watch a film in America in downtown Atlanta, people are going to be clapping and screaming at the movie compared to like suburban Atlanta. People will probably be pretty quiet. The ending of movies. I actually think USA and UK have similar happy feel-good movie endings. French movies, on the other hand, wild and not happy endings. Okay, that was nice and harmless. What's next? Who's this?
Why do Americans not use an electric kettle? I don't understand.
We do.
Again, a fucking again.
Every day for months, I come on this app, and there are people from the UK, Australia, and the rest of Europe always talking shit about Americans. It's really giving obsession. Legitimately, no American is waking up daily and saying, I wonder what the UK has going on today. I wonder what's happening down in Australia. No one is thinking that. But you guys daily come on this app and say the most egregious things about us online, and it makes me remember you exist. The electric kettle was invented in America. Don't know if you knew that because you guys don't actually know anything about the States. You just get on here and spew a bunch of garbage all the time. Americans also don't drink tea. We also have Keurigs. We also have hot water that comes out of our water dispensers. We also go to Dunkin' Donuts. We also go to Starbucks. The list goes on. I saw a video yesterday of a guy that was like, in America, yeah, why do they call it gas instead of petrol?
I'm honestly convinced America's the dumbest country in the world. Like, why do you call petrol gas when it is literally a liquid?
Gasoline.
Wow. Because gasoline is what you put in your car. Petroleum is the unrefined version of the oil out of the ground. But hey, what do I know? We're dumb, right? And they love to get on here and call Americans dumb, call Americans uncultured, call Americans untraveled, all the things, when they actually don't know anything about America besides what they see on TV and film. And then they regurgitate that out to the world as if that's supposed to be fact.
Who's the dummy
I saw
now?
another post of someone that was like, oh, why do Americans think that they're the only Americans when all the countries in the American continent are called American?
Okay.
And I said, because America is the only country with America in its name. Mexico is the United States of Mexico. Do they call themselves United States?
Right.
Use your thinking caps. But if I want to turn on my American gas stove and my American steel kettle pot and turn on their fire, who gives a fuck? Americans do not think about you at all. So you can continuously be obsessed with America and think we don't use things like an electric kettle. I'll enjoy my coffee that I made with my one-touch Keurig that you guys don't have in the UK. Ciao.
Damn.
What?
That guy's fed up. Things I don't understand about American as a Brit in the USA. My husband calling me ma'am or people in the street. I know it's polite, but in the back of my mind, I think he's calling me old. Yeah, yes ma'am. I had a girlfriend in college and I was raised to call my girlfriend's mother's ma'am, like say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And later my girlfriend told me that her mom didn't like that I called her ma'am. Say, yes, ma'am. And apparently she hated that, but I was being very respectful. You can drive for 7 hours and still be in the same state. In the UK, you would be in the sea. Yes, America's big. Okay. American medicine adverts will show people running through fields smiling, whilst a voice lists 47 side effects, including death. Yes, that is true. It's not a joke. I love how every restaurant has free refills. I'll never recover from that luxury. Not every restaurant, but they should. Only in America, I think you would find a drive-through pharmacy, but I think it is iconic and such a good idea. It blows my mind that you can basically do a full day of errands without being out the car. We do have drive-through pharmacies and drive-through ATMs, like drive-through banks, but I mean, if those are the only two errands you got during the day, then yeah. Although, in the town where I went to college, there's a drive-through brewery. You could get a keg at a drive-through. Think about that. Drive-through liquor store. Okay, who's this? As a Brit living in America, here's some stereotypes that are completely wrong about America. Americans are fake nice. No, they are often just really nice and more outwardly friendly, welcoming. It's just something unfamiliar to us Brits. Oh, that's kind of a burn. Everyone just eats fast food. There is unhealthy food like every country in the world, but there is also a mass amount of healthy options, and the sports and gym culture is amazing. I live in Arizona. Everyone is in incredible shape, and so active. Yeah, we're not all fat slobs, y'all. Americans don't travel and don't know geography. I have met Americans who haven't left America, but to leave the States is an expensive privilege not all people get the chance to do. That's right. Who are we to judge that? Yeah. It is a lot easier for people from Europe to travel across Europe, but I have met so many Americans that have traveled all over the world. Yeah. Politics is everything there. Politics and the news is not center of everyone's life like they will have you believe. They will have you believe in America everyone is crazy on one side or the other, but there's a lot of Americans that views sit somewhere in the middle, and hate the divide. Yes, I would say most of us. Americans only care about America. So wrong. See, y'all? Out of any place I've ever been, Americans are absolutely fascinated by other cultures, words, and way of life. They are genuinely interested in everything and all the different and nuanced things about British life. Y'all, see? Things I don't think British people would understand. Okay. Drinks bigger than your head. Putting ice in everything. Real heat. Your 30C has nothing on this. This was a cold day. Yeah, 95 degrees. Fahrenheit. Easy cheese. Spray cheese. Not needing a passport to go on vacation, driving 30 minutes and still being in the same town. Y'all would understand that, right? I think he meant 30 hours, not 30 minutes. Stuff I don't understand as someone from the UK, part 1. Red 40. Yeah, I don't understand Red 40 either. It recently got banned, I think. Hamburger Helper. I used to eat a lot of that. American Fanta. Yeah, it's not supposed to be party-sized crisps. What's there to not understand? It's just more. The American education. I'm not going to hate on school incidents because that would be extremely cold of me, but do you guys genuinely learn anything? You Americans, something words like really weird, like missing letters, like specifically in color, like what? Just write color. Especially with geography, most of you can't name a single state outside your own. That's an exaggeration, y'all. We're all not stupid, but there are a lot of dummies here. What is this? Explain, Americans. Those are called Pringles. It's mashed up potato and formed back into a potato chip. It'll give you colorectal cancer. Who's this?
Things that don't make sense to me about America as a Brit.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is your guys' schools.
Yeah.
What baffles me is that you haven't got any GCSEs. How do you get into college or how do you get into university?
SATs.
Or whatever? What is kindergarten? Is it nursery or is it reception?
It's reception.
Or is it like year 1 or is it before that?
It's
Because I
reception.
thought grade 1 meant year 1, but apparently I was wrong. Are
That's
schools
wrong.
actually like the movies or is it just like exaggerated?
It's exaggerated.
Prom and homecoming, is it two different things or
Yes.
is it just the same thing?
It's two different things. Homecoming happens in the fall, and it's to get money from alumni, and there is a dance. Prom is in the spring, and it's like an end of the school year kind of thing. Alumni is not invited.
What is the difference between both of them? I found this out recently, but apparently your guys' tax isn't added onto the price.
Sales
so
tax.
apparently you guys don't know the real price until you scan it.
Right.
Which absolute baffles my mind because say if like you've only got like a fiver or something and you see something in the shop for a fiver
Right.
and then you go and scan it and it's more than a fiver, to me that's like sort of false advertisement.
It's because states have different sales taxes.
Another one as well that I found out recently is that you guys have free refillables.
Yeah.
So it's free to refill your pop instead of paying like £4.
Yeah, it's free.
Like, is that true or is it just, have I heard wrong?
It's true.
I don't actually know this, but I need an American to confirm this for me. Okay. So, do you guys actually have buses or do you just get the subway everywhere?
have buses.
Or taxis?
We
Like,
have
I
taxis
understand that
too.
you have the yellow buses to schools, but is
Yeah.
that it? Like, do you not have normal buses?
we
or
have normal
do you just
buses.
travel by train or taxi? You guys
We
have
usually
to pay
drive our own car.
for an ambulance.
Yes, we do.
Like, I got told once, like, if it's in a 2-mile radius, it's $80 for an ambulance.
It's
Like,
more than
I'm
that.
so sorry that I'm having a heart attack, mate.
Try $8,000.
Or that I can't make my way down to the hospital. And like you also have to pay to have a child.
Yes.
Like what?
Tens of
I'm not really
thousands.
sure how much it is, but I'm pretty sure it's like over like 10 grand to have
Oh,
a
yeah.
child, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the
I
fuck?
think it's more than that.
Like, what if you have twins, triplets, or more? Like, does the price go up?
That's a good
And
question.
like,
I don't know.
you've got to pay for everything in the hospital. Like, not even
Pretty
just the
much,
child,
yeah.
but you've got to pay for like if you break your leg,
Yes.
or have an operation, anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Halloween is such a big thing over there. Like, apparently
Yeah, I
every
guess.
single house that you go to around Halloween is like decorated as a haunted house.
Not everyone.
Again,
but
doesn't bother
a lot.
me because I absolutely love Halloween, but what the fuck? Like,
It's
you
fun.
guys generally must be rich over there to spend however much on a child and like however much as well on Halloween decorations. Like, I don't think Halloween decorations are that much, but when you go full out, they're gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
So like, this isn't really something I know, but this is a question. Do you guys have minimum wage or
Yes.
is it above minimum wage? Because you guys must be fucking loaded. Another thing is apparently that you guys don't have radiators. So when it's
We
winter
do.
and it's absolutely freezing, what do you have to keep warm? Do you just have a normal
central heat.
fireplace, or do you have to buy
Fireplace, central
like,
heat. Some
a
places
fan,
have
but like a
radiators.
fan that blows out warm air?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you don't have radiators? Like, what the fuck do you do in winter?
My apartment has a gas heater, but it's old. I know some places have radiators. A lot of more modern homes have just like central air conditioning. It's central heat. It's the same thing. It just blows out warm air instead of cold air.
Especially like places like New York, because in there in wintertime, it's absolutely fucking freezing.
Yeah.
This one doesn't baffle me as much, but your guys' plug sockets. So the UK's plug sockets look like this, and apparently America's only will have that.
No, we have 3. They're just smaller.
Just the 2. Which doesn't baffle me because Spain and stuff does as well.
Do I have one? I have power cords all around me, but they're plugged into stuff. Otherwise, I would show you. Just look it up. We have 3-prong, but some things are 2-prong.
But why? Like, why do you have to be so weird and have different things? So that's all I've got for now, but let me know if you guys want to...
She's very judgmental and unaccepting of other cultures. Open your mind. I was fascinated by her makeup application. Well, y'all, I think this has been going on long enough. You know, on this channel, I feel like we've gotten past a lot of this stuff. A lot of the stuff people are complaining about and arguing about on TikTok. We're past that. We're all past that. That's superficial. And on the other side, we've learned we're really the same. We're all the same, right? When it comes down to it, just plop down in different places with different resources, and we learn different stuff from our grandma and grandpas. Well, I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see y'all next time.